So the year was 2016 or 15, and I was on a traveling soccer team, and we were just beating teams left and right. We had a really good season. We had really good players. A few of my friends were on there, and we were just, we like from the start of the season, we were pretty confident in ourselves that we were going to get very far into the season and hopefully win a state championship. But I mean, once we got to the playoffs, things did not go as we expected. We had a lot of players go on vacation randomly, which was odd timing. We had some players who were hurt randomly, like just real bad accidents, and then there was just some others also had work. Some others had work come up, and they were talking about how they couldn't come to the playoff game because they had work. So there was a game that we had, and we had no subs, and it was state semifinal. Like we needed to win this game in order to play in the championship game. But we had 11 players, no subs. It was very hot, and usually, like sometimes, what the referees do is like halfway through the first half. So it's like 45 minutes or whatever if they let you play they like will stop halfway through. So like at 20, 25 minutes, they'll be like, okay, water break, usually if it's like really hot. But in this game, the ref for some reason did not allow us to do that. So to go with the game and like not hopefully let the other team score, what we decided to do was like a wheel kind of transformation thing where we would just rotate like the players throughout the field. So if you were just that striker, you would come to the other side where the bench was to come over and literally get your water. So if you were like playing on, let's say the bench is like the bench side is on the right side, and you're playing on, let's say you're like outside left mid. So you're out there, you gotta like rotate, you gotta tell another player, and everybody else has to rotate around. So I mean, like we just had to do that. And also the other crazy thing was our best striker, we put him in goalie for the entire first half, which I don't know at that point. I don't know what the coach was thinking, but it worked somehow. By the time we got to the second half, we took him out and we put him back to striker, and next thing you know, we scored. And after that, what we did was we parked the bus. And if you don't know, park the bus is basically just to like hold the ball, just play conservative. Basically, like don't try to give the ball up. Just hold it as long as you can and play possession to your point where you can win the game. And in our situation, we just needed to score a goal and hold them off. And we thought we were doing really good until the very end, where things started to get scary because we were super tired. Like we had no breaks, and it was like, keep in mind, it was like at least, I would honestly say it was like 90 something, like 95 at least, because it was no, it was, and it was like we played the game at like it was, I think it was a game at like 2, 3 p.m. and it was just wild, very wild. But so like towards the ending of the game, their goalie comes out of nowhere, just runs halfway through. They have a corner kick, and it's like the last 10 seconds of the game. The corner kick goes, my heart right there. I was right next to the goalie and everything. I jumped for it, but my heart stopped for a second because this goalie somehow got his head on the ball, and it hit the crossbar. And I kid you not, my heart just like dropped because it would have been last second, literally last minutes, like heartbreak right then and there. But luckily, it hit crossbar and it just came right out. And like after that, we just kicked the ball out. And thank God, literally, thank God the referee called the game like a minute after that, I think it was. But after that, we were just so glad and so happy for it to be over. Like we had never thought that we would be like in a situation where we went from like we have everybody here full squad for like 20 some like 20, I think we had like 20 players, or if I'm wrong, but it was like 20 players, and it was just from that to like 11 and no subs. It was just a wild journey. But to make it shorter, we got to the state championship game and we scored and we won. And I was the one who scored the game winner, and it was very, very cool experience. And that's the time we won the state championship game. And state semifinal game with 11 players. Thanks for joining.